Chief of Staff.
YouTube sir. Uncle Trebiana.
Yeah, we can't be in the same. I see how. You don't know when you read.
I'll take it.
Our exit from the Africa Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire. So the Football Association put a team together to select the next coach of the Blackstars, and upon exhaustive processes, they settled on Mr. Otto Addo as the next coach of the team. Now, further to that, we also announced that the team will be playing 2 international friendly matches in Morocco. And you remember that we played against the Eagles of Nigeria, which ended 2-1, and then we played the Cranes of Uganda, which ended 2-2 in Morocco in March, after which he returned to Germany to finally hand over at Borussia Dortmund, and so he is here on a long-term contract as the coach of the Blackstars. Now, in the first week of next month, we have 2 very important FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The first one will be against the Eagles of Mali in Bamako on June 6th, and the second one will be against Central African Republic at the Babayara Sports Stadium in Kumasi on June 10th. We announced last week that the team will begin camping on Thursday, May 30, here in Accra. Training sessions will be held for a period of 6 days in Accra at the University of Ghana Stadium. And then the team shall depart the borders of Ghana on Tuesday, June 4 for Bamako. The first game is on the 6th, so we shall have 2 days in Bamako prior to the match. After that game, immediately after the match, we shall return to Ghana, precisely Kumasi, where the team will be lodged for a period of 4 days. So on the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, the team will be lodged in Kumasi. And then on the 10th, we shall play against Central African Republic in the other Group I game. Now, before I hand over the microphone to the head coach, I would like to mention that we've got some of our technical team members here with us. We've got our assistant coach, John Pinto, please, let's acknowledge him. We have our goalkeepers trainer, Otto Addo, also here. The technical director of the Football Association, Professor Joseph Kwan-Vinta, is also here. We've got staff members of the Football Association. I can see my colleague, Esmond Menz, chairman of the Regional Football Association and Executive Council member, Samuel Mwabri, Daniel Marabi in charge of marketing, Neil Armstrong, head of PR and strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me mention that a lot of considerations were made before these players were settled upon to represent Ghana. However, there were some exceptions due to obvious reasons. The following players are injured, which is why they couldn't make the squad. They are as follows. Baba Idrisu has undergone surgery, so he couldn't make the squad. Iñaki Williams, foot surgery to remove a foreign object in his foot, so he couldn't also make the squad. Majid Ashimeru couldn't complete the Cup of Nations and returned to Anderlecht. He's been playing, he's been in and out of their squad. He has a left calf muscle tear, so he couldn't also make the squad. Joseph Pinto has a hamstring injury. Nathaniel Ejay was in the squad until he also had an ankle injury. Dennis Odoi also has a knee injury. And then Daniel Amate, he also has an ankle injury. So these players have been left out for injury concerns. Thank you very much. So at this moment, I will hand over to Coach Otto Addo. But before I take your questions, I would like to find out from him how he feels to be back and not on a part-time basis, but on a full-time basis as coach of the senior national team.
It's like Kofi Cherry and Otto Addo, and I spoke to them, and I think they're on the good way to come back. Hopefully they will come back soon to join us, and let me use this stage also to wish them all the best speed recovery. Ghana misses you, and I hope that you two will come back soon. Thank you very much for your kind words. I'm really, really excited and happy to be here, to be back. It was not easy, but the FA had a lot of good talks with Dortmund, and even though I still had 1 more year contract, we managed to get out, and yeah, I'm back to be home. I'm happy to be home. I'm back home now. Really, really excited. Looking forward to the next match. It will be difficult, very, very difficult. Especially like we are some points behind the first place, and as you know, only the first place will qualify. But yeah, it's a tough situation, but yeah, I'm looking forward for the game, and I think we will manage it.
Okay, thank you very much for your opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for us to take your questions. You raise your hand. Okay, so first, before that, let's go to the score. I am in a hurry. Okay, so Otto, tell us your squad, or present to us your squad for the next 2 games. Thank you.
For the goalkeepers, we have Lawrence Atiji Ziggy from St. Gallen. And we have Joseph Wallacott from Hibernia. We have Frederick Asari from Asante Kotoko. Defenders, we have Gideon Menza from Auxerre, Ebenezer Anand from Novi Pazar, Mohamed Salisu as Monaco, Jerome Opoku from Başakşehir, Istanbul. Then we have Abdul Mumin from Rayo Vallecano, Alexander Jiku from Fenerbahce, Istanbul. We have Alidu Seidu from Stade Rennes. We have Tariq Lamte from Brighton and Hove. In the midfield, we have Mohamed Kudus from Western United. We have Ernest Nuama from Olympic Lyon. We have Salis Abdul Samit from RC Lens. And we have Ibrahima Suleimana from Cagliari. We have Thomas Partey from Arsenal. We have Edmond Addo from Radnitsky, Nice. We have Elisha Owusu from AG Auxerre. We have Abu Francis from St. Bruges. And then remaining the forwards, we have Osman Bukhari from Red Star Belgrade. We have Abdul Fattah Iswaku from Leicester City. Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth. We have Jordan Ayew from Crystal Palace. We have Ibrahim Osman from FC Nordsjælland. We have Kamaldeen Sulemana from FC Southampton. And we have Brendan Thomas Asante from West Bromwich.
So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the players for the 2 matches. Campaign begins tomorrow. 26 players have been named. Your opponents are welcome now. The floor is open for your questions, please. Silence, please. The floor is open for your questions. You raise your hand, you tell us your name and your media house, and then your question. Thank you.
My name is Jerome Patrick, freelance journalist. I'm more interested in the long-term projects than the names of the players. Do you know about the Ghana football DNA and the football DNA, and how does it fit into your 3-year or long-term plan? Thank you.
Okay, I can't really say that I know everything about Ghana's DNA. I think Ghana has a great history, football history, with great players in the past. We had really, really good times. I think the last really, really good times were when players like Michael Essien, Asamoah Gyan, Suleiman Tari. Yeah, a lot of players were in the best form. I think for me, Ghana football stands for good football. This is maybe I want to use the opportunity. It's difficult to promise victories because in football you can be better than your opponent, and at the end they will score and they will win, or one slight mistake will happen. But I think I will take the opportunity to be brave enough to promise you that we will play good football. Because I've been studying football for a very, very long time, and for me, the boys, especially in Ghana, they like to play with the ball. This is how they grow up when they're playing on the streets, and this is what I want to implement. And I think this is the easiest thing to implement because they will have joy having the ball, trying to dominate. I know that we will face opponents sometimes which are stronger than us, where we need to defend more. But in general, I want to bring back to the joy of the ball. I want to create a culture, and this I think has been the culture in the past, not to be fearful when you have the ball. I know that there's high demands on the players, and it's difficult. There are difficult times, and there's a lot of pressure on the players. But I want to take the pressure away to allow them to do mistakes, because this is the only way we can, in long term, we can give them the confidence to play what they can. We know what they can. If you walk around the streets of Ghana, you see kids playing, you see what they are able to do. And this is what is in our players. And it's my job to bring it out, to bring in a culture with good habits, because good games don't come just like this. It comes with good preparation, to prepare them well, as good as I can with my coaching staff, which are helping me, and to bring in their ideas, to bring in their knowledge, and together I think we can create for the long term a very, very good Ghana national team. Thank you.
Good morning, coach. How are you? My name is Yabi. I want to ask, when Mr. Henry was mentioning those that are injured, he never mentioned of Dede Ayew. But in your squad, he is not in the squad. And getting to the latter part of the season, he had a very good season. Please, with all due respect, can you give me the technical know-how why he wasn't included in the list? Or is it because the pressure from Ghanaians that he has paid his dues, so probably we should end? And secondly, my actual question is that I want to know the kind of coach that you are. Are you a Pep Guardiola type of coach? Or are you a Jose type of coach? And after you've given me or you've given your role model as a coach, you give me reasons why you chose that coach and give me the tactical know-how of that coach. Thank you very much.
Nice one.
So I think, to be honest, very good question. I don't know if the frame is long or we have enough time to answer all these questions. I try as best as possible. So the first thing, you asked about Andre. So I had a long talk with Andre, personal. I visited him and gave him the reasons why he's not in the squad at the moment. And I usually had it like this, that I don't talk too much about the players who are not in the squad, more about those who are in the squad. And for me, I can say I don't like I talk to players directly. I don't like to give information out about what we spoke about. So he's not part of the squad at the moment. Andre is, as everyone knows, a legend. He's a living legend of Ghana. What he has reached, it's unbelievable what he did for the country. It was a difficult decision, to be honest, because I like him. I like him as a person, also as a player. But this is the decision we took, and like I said, it's not like we totally agreed, but I give him the explanation, and so I don't want to take it to another extent and say some things that people will write about and this and that. I know it's difficult maybe for you as a press to understand this, but I don't want to make it bigger than it is. Like I said, I have big respect for him. He's a living legend. He holds the record in the games, playing for the national team. He has, achieved things that just a few players from Ghana has achieved, and it's very, very difficult to leave him out at the moment. But at the end, we as a coach have to take decisions. The best decision was what I think for the team, and this was one part of the decisions. And the type of coach, I don't know. For me, I always try to learn. I'm a coach who wants to learn, wants to listen, wants to take advice, even from lower-ranked coaches. I'm always open for discussions with other coaches. So I'm a learning coach, and I learn a lot from Guardiola, I learn a lot from Mourinho, I learn a lot from other coaches. I learned also things maybe you shouldn't do as a coach. So I'll take everything which get inside my head about coaching and try to take the best out of all. And this is me at the end. I think a mixture of everything. I can play defensively, I can play offensively, I can play the mix, I can make changes, sensible changes, I think, whenever it takes. I think I'm good at reading the game, how the game goes. I'm good at predicting things to happen. And, this is me.
Good morning, Coach. My name is Samuel from Vision 1 FM. When you look at the squad, and it seems it's mostly, you see most of these boys are new guys in the system. So I don't know whether when the Blackstars is in a state of rebuilding or something else. And then again, Jonathan Soho, who was part of the AFCON squad, is having a fine season where he's playing so far. I didn't get one.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I talked to, I think, I don't know, 30 players. Some I even visited them, some I tried to visit but I couldn't because my time was very, very short. But I talked to all of them, those who were not invited, who were part of the AFCON last season, and explained a lot of things to them. For me, it's easier because I have the bigger picture. I see all the players, I compare them, and then I decide also which player fits into my playing style or in my idea for the game. And so for the player as such, it's difficult because he just sees himself. And I think, it's difficult to explain because I have to compare Jonathan, for example, with other strikers, and then to see what I need for our 2 games. And at the end, I took this decision. So it would be good, I think, that, like I said, it's difficult for me to give out some reasons in public. I discussed it with the player, I explained it to him, and it's good to be there.
Okay, next question.
Hello, Coach. Good morning. My name is Daniel Kranti, multimedia from Sports. Just want to know the parameters with which you are being judged by in your contract. We know it's a 3-year contract, and you spoke about, in your first thing, you spoke about the team being a rebuild. We want to know, are we still in the rebuild? Are we ready to win going into the next AFCON? Are you expected to qualify the team to the AFCON so that at least when we are assessing you can be a bit fair?
So surely we want to qualify for the World Cup. To ask me if I'm assessed if I qualify or not, I think I'm not the right person to answer that question, but surely the aim is to qualify. At the moment we are in the 4th position, only the first one will go through. It will be difficult, especially in the next away game in Mali. They have a very, very strong squad. But the aim is to qualify, but it's also the aim from the others. So it's about having the right team culture. This is the number one thing. What we try to build the culture, long-term culture. Surely habits in the team. Habits about work ethic, about being disciplined, about on and off the pitch, and surely to prepare them well. So this is our part to be on the pitch, to prepare them well, about to make them know about what's going to happen in the game. Once they know, they have an advantage to make better decisions on the pitch, and this is our job. And like I said, what I want to be assessed with should be the way we play. I can't really, like I said, I can't predict. We will have good times, we will have bad times. There's just a few coaches in the world who lose rarely. I know that we also lose matches maybe, but in the long-term process, what I want to be assessed on should be the way we play. And I think we showed, even though we went out, we showed when we played against Nigeria, when I came the first time, that we played good football, not only that we qualified, we played good football, offensively but also defensively. Even at the World Cup, we had, let's say, good phases where we played good football, and this is what I want to have permanent in every game. I know we, like human beings, we can't be perfect all the time, but I want us to be brave, to play good football, and this is where you can judge me on. And at the end, I'm a strong believer that in long term, if you play good football, it will benefit and the results will also come. And surely at the end, it's a result sport, and I will be judged by the results 100%. And my contract goes 2.5 years. and after that I will be judged, and hopefully we will win a lot of games so that the judgments are not that hard.
Raise a hand at the back.
Hi, Coach. My name is Dan. You kept mentioning how you want to play. I watched your team, Dortmund, very mechanical. Most of the German young coaches are very mechanical. You play a kind of football called routing. You kept mentioning about how you want your team to play. Should Ghanaians expect your team, or are we expecting a routed kind of football from you?
I think I'm not new. I'm not 100% new, so everybody knows how to play, and so I think I have like 4, 5, 6 systems in my head which I can play. So I'm not like I will play like this. So I don't think I'm easy to predict. And yeah, so the tactics vary. They vary. So we have and also varies with the opponents. It also varies with the players we have at that moment, at that very moment. And surely I'll try my best to bring out their biggest strengths. So I can't say I'll play like this or I'll play like this. And, if the Dortmund way is that bad, at least they're in the final of the Champions League. So maybe I should move that way. I don't know.
Coach, good to have you. My name is Gabriel I mean, in terms of building on success, the current administration has seen 4 coaches appointed. I think they are a feat. It's not looking good on the senior national team. From where you sit, what do you think, or what? I want to get your thoughts on that. And also, what do you say is the difference from the Otto Addo we saw at the WorldCup and the Otto Addo coming now?
The first question, you know, I was not there when the other coaches were there. I know when I had to go, because people have been asking me a lot about this, why I left, but this was part of the negotiation with Dortmund, that I will be there for a certain term. And after the World Cup, I have to come back. That's why I had to go back to Dortmund. And why other coaches didn't succeed, I was not there to say anything about that. You have to ask the FA, not me. The second question was what?
What's the difference from the Otto Addo to the WorldCup?
I think I grew older. I learned a lot within these 2 years, no, 1.5 years. I learned a lot, and yeah, I think I'm better than before. So I'll try to bring my expertise into the game, my knowledge into the game, and like I said, to try to bring the knowledge of my technical team as well into the decisions, and yeah, hopefully we make the right decision to win the next game. This is what I'm thinking at the moment, and yeah, that's it.
All right, Coach. Good morning. I'm Samuel. Just 2 quick questions, because Andre is now out. We don't want to leave here with speculations. So my first question has to be with who's going to be the captain now. That's my first question. My second, please, that's my first question. I don't want to say speculation. My second question has to be with after the game against Uruguay during the World Cup. After the game against Uruguay, at your presser, you made mention that you hope that the next coach who is coming to take over will have that free will to work. Okay, fine. I just want to know. Now, during when Henry introduced you, when you were talking, you made mention that it was a very difficult decision for you. Now you are back. if we are to go back to the statement that you made, how are you going to work now?
Okay, to be honest, let me stay on the microphone. Right, the first question again because it's too much for me.
Okay, so the first question has to be now Andre is out. Who's going to Thomas Party? Okay, right. Now the second question has to be with after the Hayward injury goal and the press.
Okay, and actually, I never said this. You have to go back, make your research, and listen closely to what I said. And for me, I can just say, this comes to me. Me, I have a free mind. I'm totally free. I was happy the way the FA, because I heard a lot of stories because before I came, let me do my thing. To be honest, I don't know if I can say it. The only pressure they gave me was to bring local players. The only pressure. And I will be looking and I will look even closer. Now that I'm full-time, I'm full-time involved, I will look closer. I will look closer to the league. I will observe the league live, not only on video. Live, like I will be here, I will be watching, you go around, I will be watching, I will try to help as much as I can. I will look very, very closely for me. If the player is good, he's good. It doesn't care where he comes from or where he plays. If I like a player, I will take it. And I will look very close to find players from the local league. Very, very close. So I'll be doing my tours, I'll be watching games, I'll be traveling, and I'll have time for this, and I'll use the time to watch them, especially local league.
I will take 2 questions from this lane, and then I will come back. Okay, so.
Congratulations, Coach. I'm Salas Ifiawe, Sahara Football. And you are back for the second stint. What would you consider personally to be success after your tenure ends? And the second question is to Henry. The training, which ones are media allowed to cover? Thank you.
I'll take both questions. So the first one, to look in 10 years, you said? Yeah.
10 years.
What would you consider success after your tenure ends?
Like I said, good football, but at the end, good football will end in good results. You know, and if anybody at the end of the day will say the way we played was bad, then I take it as my loss. Like I said, sometimes in football, it's whether the ball goes on the post and in or out, it's inches which can decide about your future. And it's very difficult to predict results, but I'm a strong believer if you prepare well, if you give the players the joy and they have the joy with the ball, if you give this to the player the chance to play with the ball, to bring out the biggest strength, then I'm very, very convinced that we will be successful.
Coach, yes.
Training. Yeah, I'm not, because we had to make, you know, as always, we always had to make changes here and there. So, but we'll give out shortly a day where we have open training session. I know it's very, very important for the Ghanaians also to see the players, and I really understand this. But for me, the biggest concern is because we haven't just 6 days, 7 days of preparation. I will have everyday tactical sessions because, like I said, I'm a strong believer of giving out knowledge and want the players to know what they have to do. In turn, they are leading. In turn, we are leading. In terms of, I don't know, we get a red card. I want to go through every scenario, and therefore I have to prepare the team tactically well. And if these tactics are being filmed, and the opponent can see what we're doing, and they can prepare well, I hope you understand that it won't benefit us. So for this, I have to say sorry for not letting all the sessions being open. I'm very sorry for that.
Coach, my name is so essentially what he's trying to say is that we'll make an announcement as regards which of the training sessions will be open to the public.
Yes.
At the moment, no decision has been made yet. Thank you.
My name is Zorik. I work with the Daily Graphic and Graphic Sports in Accra. Coach, the last time that you were here, you left after you saw out your deal. Does it feel like you are coming back because you have some unfinished business? And I would like to know what that business is.
I mean, it's pretty close. Even though we lost 2-0 against Uruguay, we're pretty close to advance to the next stage. And for me, it's not an unfinished business. For me, it's like an opportunity for me personally to get the best out of the boys. The last time I was called, we didn't do well at the AFCON, and this time, also we have to be honest, we didn't do well, so we are not on top of Africa at the moment. And if this would have been the case, I wouldn't have been called. So for me, it's just to improve the players, improve the situation of the national team, and we try as much as we can to qualify for the WorldCup, and I'm very, very convinced that we have the quality to do that. And this is the biggest aim at the moment.
Okay, yes. Yeah, coach. Within the Philippe will play that baby. The question is about and why is the coach? From WorldCup, AFCON qualified before AFCON. The goalkeepers in the game, the ball distribution make kind if you have 50 ball distribution from a single goalkeeper. Then you 11 I see a player so you can go opponent in the world. Work pass on the back. Then all these big goalkeepers. Power Ben all the boom. Am I a goalkeeping department? I saw a problem.
Maybe I descend with Pama. Training, staff, distribution. So, but in general, brand new coach 2022. Who was statistics or something? How was the statistics? Okay. It shows a bad.
I like your team.
What's in Kenya?
Coach, we know you've been a talent developer for quite a long time. And we know this Blackstars team made up of up and coming, young talented Ghanaian footballers. Will they always have the priority in any selection you make, and how is that going to feed into you building a very solid national team that can last the test of time?
The only thing, the only way it will feed into my suggestion is but this has been done before as well. There were always young talents who have been given the chance to play for the national team, and I'm open. For me, surely it's important to have experienced players in the team, surely, very, very important, because they can guide the young guys, but if somebody is good, you will always get a chance, and I don't care about their age.
Okay, Coach, my name is Benjamin Osu. Angel Broadcasting Network. First question is on Andrea. I know you have already answered the Andrea part, but I want you to clear this so that every Ghanaian will be clear in his mind on the state of where Andrea is on in the national team. Please, is he coming back again in the national team, or the decision you took is at the moment? Because he's the captain for the team and he has a lot of role in the team. So will Andrea return to the team, or the decision you took is final decision? I mean, he's not coming back again in the team. The second one is for technical team. Chairman, assistant coach, Yusuf Sulaiman, and also John Pinto and Lion. Please, was it your recommendation, or is something that FA appointed himself for you? please. Kind of.
That's it.
The first question. Yeah, what I learned about listening. I think there was a question about from which coach I told Simon this that I would never say never. As a coach, never, because I don't know what will happen next season. The door is always open. But I mean, this is a decision for this period, and that's it. And like I said, what I learned is never say never. Because you don't know what will happen. Yeah, with the backward stuff, I mean, I had a lot of talks. And also there were some proposals from the FA, but I also had a lot of talks with other coaches, and at the end we decided, I mean, it's easier for me, especially with John, and but I know them from the national team, so it's easier. I know that they're good human beings, so this is the first very, very important point for me, because I truly believe that once you know people personal and you know their character, it's easier to deal with them, especially in bad situations. So it was an easy choice for me, although, like I said, I had a lot of talks and a lot of people I also considered. So at the end, by the end, it was my decision. We had good talks, and like I said, it's easy, especially with John. We played the WorldCup 2006 together, and we had a good relation there as well, and always in contact. So Joseph from Germany, I got to know him like 1 year ago. We had a lot of talks, tactical talks especially, and I got to know his character through a friend, who's a friend of his. So yeah, at the end, I think from what I saw the last time we met in March, I made very, very good decision. I'm very, very happy. Especially these two boys are hardworking, very, very hard and high work ethic. Very, very good input what they gave me so far, and I'm very, very happy with them.
Joyce will take our final three and we'll wrap. Joyce.
Coach, good morning. My friend Joyce, here from Top Media. My first question, goalkeepers now. When you say brings goalkeeper, I semi-final Confederations Cup. Media my goalkeeper, I call the name High Frederick Asari. I know you're one. Two, now I think someone now new players. When you say John Peter, HCR different penny for be home. What can social different Sulemutayo? These players, why no more learning from?
Okay. The goalkeeper's choice. Yeah, I think he has done well. I think the team, especially, has done well to go far in this stage. And we decided for Frederick because Frederick also has, and let us speak about Frederick, like I said. For me, it's easier to speak about players who are here and not to talk about players who are not here. Frederick gave me a really, really good impression, and from the games I saw at Cotterbock, and he was injured for some time, but now he's back on track, and also when we were training, he really did well from what I saw. And I'm always close with Lion, and Lion also assured that at the moment Frederick's really in a very, very good condition, good form, and that's why we decided to go with Frederick. He's a young player, the future belongs to him. We see how far he goes, and I think it's a good decision. He's a good guy, good team player, hard work ethic, he's listening, he's a
to make sure we overcome this challenge as we go forward.
Very good question, very good question. I think this will be one of the parts we will work on. We discuss it. It's a very good question. And every game is different, I have to say. So sometimes you have more space which you can attack. Sometimes you have small space which makes it difficult for you to score. But there it's about creating solutions. This is also one part of the training to be solutions, how we can score goals. And at the end, it's about the players who hopefully will transcend this ideas on the pitch. But yeah, it's not easy. It's different if you play in Europe. There are different conditions, there are different pitches. The weather is cooler. So we have to adapt to the situations where we're in, and still we can do better. And try our best to implement our ideas into how we can score more goals.
Good morning, Coach, and welcome back to the Blackstars team. My question has to do with before the World Cup, we're speaking to a number of players, especially those who were born in the diaspora. And today we're hearing that Callum Hudson-Odoi has agreed to play for Ghana. If it is true, how does he fit, or how will he fit into the team you would start building from today?
Yeah, it's difficult to talk about the future. I haven't talked to him yet, so once he's ready, in general, our doors always open. But our focus is now on the Mali game, and this is a bright future. It's difficult it's not that easy or not. We can't bring in players who have been playing for another national team before, so they need to get released from, in this case, from England, and then goes to FIFA, sends the release to us, and then we can apply for them. So it's a whole process which is going on. And to be honest, my head is not there at all. So my head is fully on Mali.
Some will vituperative, but in all that, just relax. And understand that as journalists, we mean well. So don't take the criticisms personal, but they will come in fast and big. Because you've heard some of the tactics and systems already coming from some of the colleagues. Whether you're going to play the route system, or whether you're going to play the Mourinho system. So they will definitely come. But in all that, just understand that we're in this together, and we want to see the good of the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, colleagues, I would like to thank you for making time to be with us this morning. Once again, let me mention that officially the team will begin preparations tomorrow. The team will be in camp tomorrow. Our first training session will take place tomorrow through to Tuesday when the team is playing for Bamako. The game against Mali is on Thursday, June 6th. The team will fly back to Ghana, Kumasi to be precise, to continue preparation for the second game against Central African Republic. Like the coach mentioned, some of the sessions will be open, not all of them. Please bear with us because he needs time to go through his tactical drills as we prepare for the two important matches. We are grateful for your company. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and let's start rallying around.